The first 3 decks on board have almost nothing for guests to see. They're only for the crew members. And deck 4 is just the lower part of the theater. So we're going to start with deck 5 at the front of the ship. We have the Hollywood Theater. This is where they have all the major production shows going on, and also where you can sometimes do a meet and greet with the captain, things like that. Once you walk outside the theater, you have quite a few things going on. You've got all of the gift shops, souvenirs, fashion, jewelry, the photo gallery, the photo studio. The place you can go to book another cruise is also here. And then you end up in the atrium of the ship. And this is an interesting space. All of the spaces on this ship are themed to different parts of America. This is called the Capitol Atrium, and it's themed to, you guessed it, the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. This has the shore excursions desk, guest services. Starbucks was at the John Adams bar, I believe, although it's since been changed since we went on the ship. We did go in April of 2025, so the ship got a renovation since then. But you'll also see the East Meets West Asian restaurant here that has teppanyaki as well. So definitely some interesting furnishings and decor here. Then you walk down the hallway past the restaurant Jefferson's Bistro, which is another additional charge restaurant, past the world's longest hallway. I really wanted to throw a football or maybe go bowling in this hallway. And then you reach the back of the ship and the Skyline main dining room. This dining room was themed to what seems to be large cities with skylines. And then if you walk up right above it, we have the Liberty main dining room, which seems to be themed to Revolutionary War era and the Patriots at that time. Then you walk outside of there. There's some more specialty restaurants on this deck. It doesn't connect. You have to go outside. But there is a steakhouse. There's the Napa Wine Bar where you can come for some wine. The Cadillac Diner, which is included and has a very unique Route 66 kind of vibe. And then you walk out to the second floor of the main lobby. You'll have Pink Champagne Bar up here. They have some fun events here sometimes. And as you move back toward the front of the ship on this floor, you will see some of the kids' areas, which we don't have any footage of, as well as one of the largest libraries I have ever seen on a cruise ship. Word is they got rid of this in the renovation, and it's since become a card room, but they had all kinds of ship models, books you can borrow. Honestly, a bigger selection than some libraries on land. Very impressive. And then at the front of the ship, you have the Mardi Gras Cabaret Lounge and Nightclub, which is where they would hold some events and dances and things at night, which we usually didn't make it to because we were tired from being out all day in Hawaii. Decks 7 through 10 have nothing but staterooms, so we'll jump up to deck 11. The front of this deck is just staterooms as well, so we'll start with the middle and move our way back. In the middle is the South Beach Pool with the Ocean Drive Bar. This is the main pool area for the ship. Just behind this pool, there's a very unique area called the conservatory. It's basically what I would call a sewing room. It doesn't really make much sense on a cruise ship, but here it is. I guess it's nice if you want natural light and the weather's not nice. There's also a gelato shop on this deck and the Gold Rush Saloon, which is a unique part of the main buffet. You also have the Aloha Cafe. This is the main buffet area for the ship, and built into it are a couple of restaurants, the Italian restaurant La Cucina and the Brazilian steakhouse Moderno Churrascaria. At the very back of the ship on this deck, there is the Aloha Lanai Bar. This has a beautiful view out the back of the ship and is where we ended up eating most of our breakfasts each day. Starting at the back of deck 12, we have a beautiful oasis pool that overlooks the back of the ship. This is also the deck on which you can find the spa and the hair salon. You will also find the fitness center in here. It's a good sized fitness center. There's some staterooms on this deck in the middle as well as at the front. And then you have the sun deck, which overlooks the pool below on deck 11. This is also where the Key West Bar and Grill is, where you can grab some quick to-go snacks. On deck 13, you'll find staterooms at the front of the deck. And in the back, you can walk around. There is a video arcade on this deck, as well as some deck games, including a weird outdoor patch of grass where you can play very small games of golf. At the very back, you'll find the Waikiki Bar with beautiful views over the rear of the ship. Deck 14 really just consists of 2 things. A sports court where you can play pickleball at the very back of the ship, and then all the way up toward the front, you can find the sun deck, which is a huge amount of space that you can just be out there. There were no lounge chairs when we were there, but you can lounge in the sun if you would like to.
There's a couple areas of the ship we forgot to mention, such as there's a chapel, an art gallery where you can buy art, there are some great loungers throughout the ship, but we just essentially wanted to give you a lay of the land of where we're going to be living for the next 7 days. Also, there's hot tubs, so there's a lot to do on this ship. Overall, this was a great ship to tour Hawaii, although it doesn't have all the bells and whistles of a newer ship since Pride of America debuted in 2005. It had good coffee, tasty food, and a good place to rest our head at night after exploring the islands. If you want to tour Hawaii, you should add the Pride of America to your bucket list.